Thanks for watching. You chose well because there are trillions of shows and web pages you could be looking at right now. You chose this one, and it was a good choice because we're talking about truth. We're talking about facts that folks on the left will deny, and even if they understand them to be true, they may try to cancel you, cancel me for talking about it. Maybe I'm naive, but I think it's important to talk about problems so we can come up with a solution. So every night we go there when others won't. And here's something that we have to deal with. It's true, despite what Black Lives Matter, the organization, tells you, cops are not the threat to black men. They are not. If you look up the numbers, the threat posed by police officers to black men who may be committing crimes, it's dwarfed by black men who commit crime against other black men. I'm sorry, but this is the reality. In fact, blacks commit nearly 2/3 of all violent crime, while they constitute just 15% of the population. And in heavily populated counties, blacks commit homicide at a rate 11 times that of whites. I don't know why this is, but this is reality. And here's another one. In black families, well, there are too many MIA or AWOL black fathers. There are, and that can lead to all kinds of problems. It can lead to prison, lower graduation rates, children out of wedlock. Barack Obama is the one who actually brought this to my attention all the way back in 2008 when he wasn't afraid to make those points. He doesn't anymore because he doesn't need us anymore. Let's see. Ashley Babbitt, I believe, was murdered on January 6th. She was murdered. You saw the clip, I did. I saw that she was unarmed. I saw that no warning was offered, no verbal command to get back. She was shot and killed, and nobody seems to care. I do. Also, January 6th, let's stay on that for a moment. January 6th of this year is being exploited, being exaggerated and sensationalized by the left to score political points and to hurt those of us who support Donald Trump. Joe Biden? Obviously, he's feeble. This is a feeble person in the White House. Did you see this, by the way? Even Fox News covered this up. He fell not once, not twice, 3 times going up the steps to Air Force One not too long ago, and it's ignored. Now, I feel especially qualified to have this conversation because of this, the Marine Corps. I served in my 20s and early 30s on active duty as a Marine Corps pilot, and I loved it. I am so grateful to the Marine Corps and the country for giving me the opportunity. One of the greatest things about it, you get to see the world and see the country. I lived all over the place, and I feel like I developed a very special understanding for who we are. And quite frankly, that's different from a lot of folks in the media.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt, across America. Reporting tonight from Louisville.
Good evening. Day 2 of our Across America journey, Louisville, Kentucky.
They're acting like it's a foreign country, some sort of exotic excursion they're making to the middle of the country. Isn't that interesting? And in a way, they don't really want to do that. They want to get right back to New York, right? Right back to New York, where they can meet celebrities and that kind of thing. Like George Clooney. Some people spend their life wishing that they could meet George Clooney, and I don't understand why. As a matter of fact, my passion is telling the stories of people who are not famous, real people. I actually once developed a little project, and all I did was interview people from all walks of life. That guy just got out of jail. There was a doctor there. She's an airline pilot. I mean, why go through an actor, a middleman who's reading a script from somebody else, pretending to be somebody else? Just go right to the person. Doesn't that make sense? Now, because I noticed these things, I also noticed that Donald Trump was going to be a force in this country for a long time, and I made the observation on June 16th of 2015. That's the very day he declared. Now, I was actually in the room. I was in the room, and if you watch this show, you know I'm a proud Trump supporter, and I have been for a long time, all the way back to that date. That's me, actually. Long story as to how I got there and what I was doing there. But when he came down the escalator, that's me. And I listened to the speech. A lot of other people did too. How did they react? Let me show you the New York Daily News, one of the top newspapers here in the city. This is what they said after Trump declared. Clown runs for president. Nobody was taking him seriously. Here's what I said.
I think he might be a game changer in this race. Listen to that speech. It's going to go over well in certain precincts in Iowa, New Hampshire. This is a big deal. This is not a joke.
Huh. Now, I show you that not to say I'm some sort of political expert or anything like that, but I know America, and the speech I knew would resonate. It would resonate with my friends in the military and those places that I lived over the years. Now, this is not me. I'm not here bragging. It sounds like it, but I'm not, because everything that I experienced, everything that happened, all the decisions, the good ones, the bad ones, every step of the way, I was in God's hands. We all are. Some of us recognize it, and some of us don't. I know He wants each and every one of us to recognize it, because He wants to have that relationship with each and every one of us. It is amazing. Not living a perfect life, but a heck of a lot better than it used to be. So that's what I'm up to. Thank you for joining us, and I'll be right back.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.